So the first thing that you want to do is prime your eyelids. My eyelids are semi-primed because I did do the rest of my makeup before starting my eyes, but I'm going to go ahead and prime it again with a concealer, or you could use a eye primer specifically for your eyes. Doesn't matter, just as long as you have a base for the eyeshadows. So I'm going to go in with my LA Girl concealer. This is in the shade Toffee, and I'm just going to apply this to my eyelids. Alright, so I'm going to take my Real Techniques beauty sponge and just blend this out. You could use a blending brush as well. So by doing this, you're making sure that you have a smooth base for your eyeshadow. And you can bring it all the way up to the top of your eyebrows as well. Alright, so now that my eyes are concealed, I'm going to go ahead and set it. So I'm going to be using a translucent setting powder. I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D translucent setting powder and just applying this over top the concealer just to set it in place and prevent creasing. So I'm just dabbing that in. And excuse my nails, y'all, I need to get them done. I'm gonna get them done tomorrow. Alright, so my eyes are now set. So the next step is going into your eyeshadow palette or choosing an eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to be using the Tarteist Pro To Go eyeshadow palette, and usually a palette will have all the colors that you need to complete a basic eye look. So here are the colors in this palette. So these are the colors that I'm going to work with today. Actually, I'm going to work with at least 3 of these colors. So the first shadow that you will be using is going to be called your transition color. This is going to be a color that basically allows the other colors to transition into. That is why it's called a transition color. So a transition color is usually something more skin tone, flesh tone. For women of color, dark skin, light skin, brown skin, usually we would go for something more brown or orange. So in this palette, looking at this palette, either I could go in with this as a transition color or this. So today I'm going to go in with this orange shade right here. I usually use orange shades as a transition color, honestly, because I just got used to using orange shades. So I'm going to go in with this color right here. Alright, so I'm going to be going in with this fluffy blending brush. These types of brushes are good for blending out the transition color. So if you are wondering what kind of brush to use, it would be something more like this. So I'm going to dip into the shadow, and all you want to do is pat, not swipe, pat it in and dust off the excess. Alright, so what you want to do is start from the outer portion of your eyes and work inwards. So you want to use circular, I don't know what to call it, just circular motions like this, and go in and go back and go in. So you're basically going back and forth. Windshield wiper motions, circular motions at the same time. So yeah, circular in, windshield wiper motions. And to build the intensity, you just keep dipping into your eyeshadow palette and dusting off the excess and starting in the same spot each time. Your outer edge should always be more defined than the rest. Alright, so this is one eye with my transition color. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. Alright, so the next color that you are going to apply will be called your crease color. So your crease color is always a eyeshadow that is dark. It's going to be a deep, darker color. So in this shade, the darkest color in this palette is this one right here. So that's going to go into my crease, and that's just going to add some definition and just carve out my crease. So for this shadow, I'm going to be using a more dense brush. So it's much more dense, it doesn't feel fluffy, and this is just going to make sure that you're applying it right into your crease. So again, I'm just going to dab into that and dust off the excess. And again, I'm starting from the outer corner, finding my crease. Your crease is where the fold is. And basically, I'm just going back and forth, windshield wiper motions, right into the crease. And you could add more as you go. Now you want to start doing circular motions to blend it out. Basically place the color in my crease, and now I'm just blending it out using circular motions. Alright, so this is how it's looking right now. What I'm going to do is go back into my orange shade, and I'm going to apply a bit of the eyeshadow onto my brush and start blending these two together. So you don't want to have a harsh line between these two colors. So that's why I'm going back into that color, just to blend these together so that there's no harsh lines. And you could do that by using windshield wiper motions like you see right now. And that's just gonna make a smooth transition between the two colors. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other eye. Alright, so the next color that you're going to apply on your eyes is going to be called a lid color. So this is going to be the color that you're going to be applying all in this area right here, and this is called your lids. So in a palette, they'll give you a few options for your lids. A lid color could be a shimmer color, a matte color, whichever, as long as it's a light, it has to be lighter than your crease color. So as you can see, I have a few options here. I could use this color right here, I could this color right here, and I could use this one right here. So I think I'm gonna go in with this matte shade right here. So I'm just making a basic eyeshadow for you guys, so I'm gonna go in with this beige color right here, and I'm gonna put this all over my lids. So I'm just gonna be using this brush right here. It's just a flat brush. It's good for picking up eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna dip into this eyeshadow and again dust off the excess, and I'm just going to pat this onto my eyelids. Patting will ensure that you're getting the color payoff and that it's pigmented and giving you the color that you see in the palette. So I'm just applying this all over my lids. Alright, so now that the color is on my lids, I'm going to go back into my crease color, which is the dark brown shade. And I'm just going to brush that on the outer ends of my eyes, just to blend the two colors together. And I'm going to go back into the crease and just make sure. For this kind of look, you could also cut your crease just to make everything more sharp. But in general, this is just a basic eyeshadow look. So you could leave it like this, apply your mascara or even a liner. I'm more of a liner girl. I like completing an eyeshadow look with eyeliner. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in and apply a classic wing liner. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes, and I'll be back to show you guys the bottom portion of my eyes. Alright guys, so my lashes are on. I'm going to go ahead and work on the bottom portion of my eyes. So I'm going to be going in with a black eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to be applying this to my bottom waterline. So I'm just taking my finger and just applying it to the waterline. So to apply eyeshadow on your bottom lash line, you want to go ahead and use the same colors that you use in the same order. So usually the transition color and your crease color. So I'm going to go in with the orange shade first and just swipe it along the bottom portion of my eyes. And you just want to use a flat brush. Alright, so I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to dip into the deep brown shade and apply that to the bottom as well. Alright, so that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. So for your brow bone, you could apply your highlighter. So I'm going to be using the highlighter that I used today, which is the Fenty highlighter duo in LeeMarie and Hustle Baby. And I'm just going to be taking Hustle Baby and applying it right where the arches of my brows. And that's going to complete the look. You could also go in with the same color that you used on your lids in this area, but I usually like to go in with just a little bit of highlight, just to highlight underneath my brow bone. I'm gonna go back in and just blend these two colors together. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, give this video a big thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.